Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nono, and I am back with another video. I'm super excited for today, and that's because we're going to be creating a set that I saw on Instagram, and it is this stunning set by Cindy with the good nails. And oh, look at this set, you guys. My jaw dropped the first time I saw this set, so I'm really excited that I'm getting the opportunity to finally recreate it. Another thing I quickly want to mention is I am feeling a little bit under the weather today, but you know what, the show must go on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and leave Cindy with the good nails' Instagram in my description box. Guys, do check her out. She does absolutely amazing nail sets, and this particular one, she posted it back in May, and it has been living rent-free in my brain ever since. I just love this set so much, so I'm super excited to recreate it for today. So let's definitely get into it. Now, as usual, I have a thin layer of rubber-based gel on my nails just to protect them from all the products I'm about to add on them, and we are definitely ready to get into it. I quickly want to show you guys the tips that I'm using for today. These are the Born Beautiful soft gel tips. I get these at my local supply. Unfortunately, I do not have a link for these, but you can definitely find something similar over on Shein or from AliExpress. They're nothing special, you guys. But I thought for today's set, these are going to come in really handy. They are in the long full stiletto shape, and they're going to be perfect for today's set. Now, I quickly want to show you guys why I opted for these full cover tips. The reason I really like these was because I like the curve that they have. That's going to allow me to be able to do the 3D elements, especially on the side. I feel like these just gave me more real estate, whereas if I just took a regular tip and I shaped it into a stiletto, I feel like I wouldn't have as much real estate, especially on the side. So they kind of like C-curved, and I really like that. Another thing I was concerned about was the number underneath the nail was really etched in. I really tried to show you guys, but I don't know if you guys can see it, but I realized with just some top coat the number does fade off. Now, I went ahead off camera and sized my tips, and you guys know the important thing is to always make sure that they fit from sidewall to sidewall. I always like to customize them a little bit more because I find that they're more square around the cuticle area, and my cuticles are more rounded. So all I do is just grab a hand file and I'm rounding them up a little bit more. Another trick I like to do is to just thin them out by the cuticle area. That way I don't have to do this step once they are on my natural nails. Now I'm going to go ahead and prep the inside of my tips using my protein bond. You can use a e-file or a hand file. You can even use some acetone to etch the inside of your tips, but I love using the protein bond. It leaves a nice sticky layer, and it provides a great grip, and I never have lifting when I'm using this method. So I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the same for the rest of my tips. Now, to flash cure my nails, I'm going to be going in with the Model Ones Meow Lamp, and to attach them I'm going to be using my BTR Box 28-day long-lasting solid glue gel. I love this product. It never disappoints me, and it's really easy to work with. Now, I will say I definitely struggled to attach these, and I did end up having a little bit of air bubbles, especially on my thumb, but you know, when I haven't worked with full cover tips in a while, I struggle just a little bit. But by the time I got to my pinky, you know, the muscle memory was back, and I was able to attach the rest of them pretty well. So now I'm going in with a lint-free pad with a little bit of acetone, and all I'm doing is sort of like melting away all that etching I had done on the surface of the cuticle area of the tips. I'm also just making sure that I'm cleaning away any debris or any stickiness that I might have, but luckily this time around I didn't have any spillage or any gel touching my skin, which is just awesome. So now I'm going to be going in with my protein bond and just a regular base gel. The protein bond is to basically promote stickiness again on the surface of my nail, and then I'm going to be going in with the base gel just to create a nice base for all the nail art we are about to do. Now I went off camera and I did my thumb and my index finger just to make sure that I've got the technique just right. So what I used is my rhinestone glue gel. I found that it worked perfect. I'm also going to be going in with my liner brush and my palette. So when I took a closer look at Cindy with the Good Nails set, I noticed that she has 5 blobs in the center and 4 on each side. It's basically the same concept as a crocodile print but 3D. So I'm going ahead and grabbing my rhinestone glue gel and I am applying it directly onto the nail. The nozzle makes it so much easier, and you guys notice that I'm going around in circles. That way when I'm pulling away I don't have that string of rhinestone glue gel going all over the place, and it also just ensured that I get more of a peak, and it just made it so much easier. Now I will mention that I definitely struggled to make sure that they're in the center, but this is where my liner brush came in handy, and I sort of like moved them towards the center and cleaned up towards the outside. This was just to ensure that I've got enough space for, especially when I'm doing the ones on the side. Now I'm going ahead and doing the blobs that are on the side. These were much easier to do because I already had a path to follow basically from the ones in the middle, and this went very quickly, and I went ahead and did exactly the same for the other side of the nail. Now that I'm happy with how everything is sitting, I'm going back in with my rhinestone gel and I'm basically making everything a little bit more 3D. I want everything to stick out, especially because I'm going to add top coat to these, and sometimes top coat tends to flatten the 3D elements up a little bit, so I really want them to stick out and stand out a bit more. So I'm going in and applying a little bit more using the same technique of going around in circle, that way making sure that the blobs don't touch each other. Once I'm done with that, I'm going in with my liner brush, and this is just to make sure that the bottom blob and the new blob seem more unison. And this is how the nail turned out. I really love how everything just sticks out more from the nail, and overall I'm just so excited that I'm able to recreate this set, and it's turning out really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do exactly the same for my ring finger and my pinky. So when I was done with the blobs, I wanted to add a little something, you know, special, just to make them a little bit different. And what I did is I went in with my pearls, and I just apply them in between the blobs, and it's the tiniest of detail, but I really love how these are looking at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the same for the rest of my nails. So I start by adding the exact same rhinestone glue on basically in between the blobs, and I'm doing this very carefully because I don't want to just mess up the design basically. And I'm going in with my flat back pearls, and I got these from Shein. I'm gonna try and find them and link them for you guys. I really love these pearls because they are so tiny, and they kind of remind me of caviar beads. They work pretty much the same, and I really love them. And all I'm doing is I'm starting with ones that are a little bit larger towards the bottom, and as I'm working my way up to the top, I'm going in with ones that are smaller and smaller. That way it just complements the overall design of the nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and do exactly the same for the rest of my nails. Now that I'm done with everything, I'm going in with my favorite top coat, and this one is by modelones, and I'm just going to take my time and top coat everything. I want to be careful when top coating around the blobs. I found that sometimes if you're moving too quickly, the top coat will leave like tiny bubbles, which are really annoying, especially if you've worked so hard to make sure that the set is nice and clear. So take your time and make sure that the top coat is coating the blobs individually really well. And once I was done with everything, I went ahead and cured in my lamp for 60 seconds. I also went in underneath the nail just to make sure that they are nice and clear, and I didn't show this on camera, but I went in with a layer of protein bond. That way the top coat doesn't peel off after a couple of days. and this is the final look. I'm just speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. I think these are just absolutely out of this world. I think Cindy is just like a mad scientist. The fact that she thought up the set is just amazing. I think it looks so beautiful. I love the pearl elements. I like that when they're further you can't see them, and then the closer you get you can totally see them. I went ahead and took some low light images as well. How cool does that look, you guys? They kind of look like water droplets. So pretty. I also went ahead and took some outside shots in the sun, and this is how they look. Oh, I love them so much. I'm so happy with how this set turned out. If you guys liked it, please go ahead and give me a comment down below. Also like this video, that will really mean a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. We've reached the end of the video. I do apologize for my raspy voice for today, but I'm really happy that I got to get this video out for you guys. I'm gonna definitely see you in the next one. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. Bye guys.